Investigative journalist Ken Klippenstein has been permanently banned from Twitter after publishing hacked documents from Trump campaign, and now his material is being forbidden on Google and Meta. Is this going to be what finally gets the left to care about tech censorship? Yeah, I love this story. This story to me is so instructive. By the way, Jacobin, do you follow that writer?
I have.
I haven't.
I've interviewed people from there many years ago on the podcast.
This is brilliant writing.
Yeah, they're great.
It's brilliant writing. He said it's hugely liberal, left-wing kind of organization. And
more of a Bernie Sanders
absolutely,
left,
yeah. Bernie Sanders left, but they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
He's a good writer. But here's what he says. He says, chickens have come home to roost. Now, what he means by that is during the Hunter Biden years, there was this refusal for Meta and really everybody to say, well, we're not going to publish anything that we're seeing on the laptop issue because it's been hacked information and we think that it may not be accurate. Well, he comes and says, now this is the same thing. You had the left saying, oh my God, you can't publish that. You can't publish that because it's coming from the left. This come from the other side. And they're saying, oh, wait just a second. Meta, how dare you not disclose? Facebook, how dare you not? It's all of them. Instagram, Meta, Facebook, all of them that have made this decision to say, well, we're going to just, if it's information that we think is hacked, we're not going to put it out there. What's your take on this? I mean, I think it's a good reasoning, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Well, first of all, with the first suspension from Twitter, which is what happened initially. By the way, this is not the first time that Elon Musk has actually personally targeted Ken Klippenstein.
Oh, really? I didn't know
he
that.
had gone after him multiple different times. I believe this is not the first time he has suspended him. Because Klippenstein has been very critical of him, and he's one of the best investigative journalists alive today.
No question. I totally agree.
And so, Ken's not taking sides here. He's just reporting on the facts. And he took it upon himself because all these other media outlets said, oh, we're not going to touch the Trump materials. And Klippenstein said, oh, hell you are. This is journalism. This is what we do. Whether you like it or you don't like it, whether it was hacked or not hacked, we have a responsibility to do this, so I'm going to do it. Mm-hmm. So permanently suspended because Twitter says you published information containing personal information, which is not true. He redacted all of it. So it's total BS, but I appreciate his courage.
Do you see his point, though? The point to Jacobin is this is the same thing that we saw with the Hunter Biden laptop.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Deep State comes in and says, don't publish that. Don't do that. And then you have all of them fall in line. Everyone, Thread, Meta, Instagram, Facebook, all of them say, well, I'm kind of worried about the influence of the deep state here. I'm worried about FBI, CIA, NSA, weapons industry saying don't do this, so we're not going to do it.
Well, what was weird to me about the Hunter Biden thing, and I agree with this part, is obviously there was a lot of naked pictures. That you can't do.
Yeah, he had prostitutes, he had naked pictures, he was snorting coke. That's who he is. I mean, if that's who he is, you don't hide it. You don't say, I'm not going to allow it, the American public.
Right, because they bought into the whole thing. They said, oh, well, this looks like Russian disinformation. And sure, Facebook says we're not going to do it. But they did allow back, 4 years prior to that, 2016, all the Hillary Clinton hacked emails. So I think what we have right now, when you take 2016, 2020, and 2024, right, whether it's Hillary, Hunter, or Trump's campaign files, 3 different standards from the media, from big tech, on everything. And this is part of the issue, is that nobody knows how the hell to react to any of this. So all of them overreact to all of it. And that is where we get this censorship.
And you see, censorship is okay with the left when it's censorship about something that's going to hurt the left. Censorship is okay with the right when it's something that's going to hurt the right. And now this dichotomy here shows how dangerous it is. I mean, what's good for one is good for the other. in this story, I mean, hell, it's an important story. Of course, Hillary's up there saying, you see, this is what happened. Will she ever friggin' go away where she's talking about, you remember what they did to me? I just want to say, Hillary, please go home. Yeah, every time an issue like this comes up, and she's the one, if you recall, that had Podesta, who was an idiot, the Podesta brothers. How do you lose an election against Trump? How did they take Hillary as a candidate and lose the election against Trump? Well, they did it. And she says, well, it's because these emails were leaked.
Just a point of interest for everybody to understand here. After that hack came out in 2016 and it was published, her poll numbers went up.
Oh, did they?
Her poll numbers went up a couple of points after the hack and the publishing of that information. That is not what, put the final nail in the coffin of her campaign, as she likes to think. It actually, people felt almost sorry for her. So it helped her. But it also helped expose a lot of the corruption from the inside of the DNC, corruption that I don't think we have gotten rid of yet.
No.
But this story, to me, expanding beyond Twitter, going into Meta and Google as well, Klippenstein says at this point, this is such a broad censorship effort against this guy for materials that didn't have anything crazy. I mean, all it showed basically was that Trump's campaign did not do a very thorough job of vetting J.D. Vance.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
It was a big nothing burger, okay? And Klippenstein even in the article said, look, people, you need to understand, I got this, I know this has been hacked material. But his point is, and anybody with a brain, it should be their point, without this kind of material, we would have never had the Panama Papers, right? We never would have known that you had all these fat cats all over the world that were skating on taxes while everybody else was paying taxes. We wouldn't have had the Pentagon Papers, never would have seen any of that information. Time after time, we're going to do a story on WikiLeaks. You wouldn't have a vehicle like that allows us to take a look. See, their position, and this is what is incensing to me, their position is the American public is so friggin' stupid. They're just hopelessly stupid. And they don't have the intellect to understand all the parts of it. That hey, you need to know this is hacked from Russia, this was hacked by Iran, this is up there in front of you. You have to read it and understand that there might be something you want to think about here. But their conclusion is the American public is so helplessly stupid, they don't have the ability to do that. Only the tech geniuses do, but they don't.
And that, honestly, that is probably the best point, the best takeaway from all of this. They do this because they think, and maybe to a degree they're right.
Could be. I'm wondering, are they right? Have we been so dumbed down that you're always hearing about their critical thinkers are a thing of the past, right? Yeah. Maybe that's what they're talking. Maybe they're right.
But these people, the tech people, are just as dumb as the general public. They are not. They know coding. They know how to make a website. That does not make them geniuses.
Have never read a John Steinbeck novel. Right. Have no idea who Kafka is or why he's significant.
They couldn't tell you how many people are in the House of Representatives.
Exactly.
But they've got billions of dollars because they made a good website.
But the American public's too stupid to process this information.
And those people are the ones making that decision, and that's terrifying.
Right.